I was listening to the music. I'm sorry. I was still listening. Hey, y'all. We is
Hey,
here. Hey,
hey,
Queen.
don't say nothing yet. Don't say
Don't,
nothing yet.
I'm going to be
I'm
quiet.
gonna tell you why not to say nothing. Because I can't
Mm-mm.
concentrate. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm trying to find you. I'm trying to find us. My worthless. Or is it under Donnie? Oh, there it is. Why you not on here, Donnie?
Why ain't on there? What do you mean
Oh,
I ain't on there?
there you at. There
What
you
do you
are.
mean I ain't on there? I
There you
better be
at.
on there. Look, hey, just so you know, we's on LinkedIn tonight.
What?
We's on LinkedIn. Hey, LinkedIn. Hey. Say hey to the Queen, LinkedIn. Hi, Queen.
You silly. Keep on talking.
We
Um,
we's on LinkedIn tonight. We's on I was gonna do Twitter, but you know that fella somebody he might own it. He might might be like, oh no, no.
I would have. You should have did Instagram. That's what I want to put it
I
on.
don't know how to do the Instagram. I,
All this stuff you know how to do, Donnie.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to get us up here
I,
on my stuff. Is
I,
what I'm
you know,
trying to
I'll be looking at that Instagram thing, and I'll be like, now how them folks do? Look, the people that's coming tomorrow to the table tomorrow night.
do. Yeah.
Oh, they good with the Instagram. Look, when I was on their show, I'm clicking all kind of buttons trying to get on there. I'm like, y'all going look, my, Mr. Frederick, that he had to call me on the phone to walk me through the instructions because I don't. I,
Funny.
I don't know how. Look here, look, y'all. Oh wait a minute, I gotta straighten up my bow tie. I just want to say this: the Queen picked the topic, y'all, and we gonna have the country boy just got dressed up. Look, and I told the Queen, and I posted it too. Now tonight, Queen, we might have to raffle off a hotel room because some folks might get put out.
Child. But let me tell you, before we get started, can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, let me respond to what you just said. So I am gonna try. This topic is so near and dear to my heart that we gonna talk about it tonight. I got some couples coming on in a few weeks. We're gonna talk about it then. We
Oh,
gonna get to the bottom of all of this foolishness and this
oh,
insecurity is what I
oh,
call it.
oh,
This
oh.
foolishness. But anyway, so my goal is to try my best to let you talk.
Look, if you look, you know.
Because
Now,
you know, I was this subject here is so near and dear to me. I got examples coming out the wahoo.
I think it is a good subject. Okay,
It is a good
I
subject.
think it's a good subject, and it is basically like why is the men and the women can't be friends, and
And why I can't have a why you can't have a
I
girl like
I
a queen
look
and a
look
friend
look
girl.
look now. I've been on both sides of that fence, and I done got stabbed on both of them. I done got stabbed on
Oh,
both. I've been on.
just I want to just give you that little pre warning that I'm gonna try my best to make
Mm-mm.
us even.
Let
But
it
let me tell
go.
you this first before we get started. Let me tell you. So I didn't want to say it before we came on because I would have told you the whole story. So it ain't a long story. And I thought it was good TV, a good talk show stuff. So why, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I went to the doctor today.
Yes.
They found some things. I'll tell you about that later. Crazy stuff. But then I get off, come home. I left work a little bit early, so I came home, got me a little nap, went to H&R Block. And the lady was like, "What's going on? You don't have your energy or whatever today." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I'm actually literally tired because I'm burning the candles at both ends. I'm doing
Yes.
my job, my full time job. I'm doing Hi Keisha Bowie. Is it Bowie or Bowie? My full time job, and then I do H&R Block, and then I usually don't work at the venue during tax season, but they needed me because the person that does it is ill. So I was like,
Right.
"Oh, okay." So anyway, I'm doing that. So I'm telling this to my daddy on the phone. He called me tonight at work, and he told me, "Well, you gotta be careful because you ain't young as you used to be." But then after that, I drive home, right? Drive up to what I thought was my floor. I get off on the floor and I'm walking down. I'm talking to my sister who makes doormats. And I'm
Right.
like, so everybody got them a new doormat. I said, Tony, I gotta bring your flyer because everybody. Then I got to my door. I said, well, why did they take my doormat? I looked up. I was on the second floor instead of the third floor. I said, Lord. So then I got to go out. I got in my car,
Oh
drive
wow.
up to the third floor. Guess what I did? Drove
Good.
down to the first floor. That's why I'm late. I'm like, gosh, I've got to be tomorrow. I get off. I'm supposed to have a show, but I don't have no couple.
what?
This is the
What?
first year of me doing this that I didn't have a bunch of excited couples to come on and tell their love story, which I
What?
am so disappointed.
Well, look. You
Mm-hmm.
know we friends, right? You
Yeah, we
know
friends.
we friends. Well, I have a show with a couple tomorrow.
Maybe I'll share, but I'll get on and listen to y'all.
Look, they from Atlanta. I think they famous. They ooh yeah
Interesting. We'll see. Well, my point
yeah
is I was gonna come out. I'm gonna get me some sleep, but your show don't start till 8, so I might be able to join you in,
yeah
at least listen. I might have
yeah.
a question or two. But yeah,
Yeah,
my February,
ask them.
it's been my most successful shows have been my February shows with the couples. But this year, the couples that I chose, they ended up not being interested after a while. So I have two couples that are going to come on. Well, the couple I had last week, and then I have another couple week after this. I'm like, well, what's wrong with telling your love story? And no offense, no tea, no shade, but one of my favorite couples was like, well, our love story ain't that great. But whatever your story is, it shows that marriage is still a thing, that you guys are in love, you guys are doing all kinds of fun things, traveling the world, you got a blended family. It's a lot to tell other people so they can have hope that they can get married at a later age. You know, they can blend their families. Like
Yeah.
there's so much of your story. And there's another couple, the guy wanted to do it, but his wife is a total introvert. But they, you know, I have a beautiful love story. Like he almost died.
Oh,
And it's a
wow.
beautiful love story, but you know, can't make people be ready. So we can get ready for the show. Now that I've invented all that out,
That's fine. You know, and it could have been. Look, they might have heard about the night show, so they wanted to just wait for a minute.
no, this I send my stuff out a month ahead of time. So this was a month that I sent this out.
Or maybe they found out something.
No, they just didn't want to do it. And I love them to death. I ain't mad at y'all, but you know, y'all stories are cute. So I got to do a better job next year of vetting those people because I never had this happen. I mean, I've had people not show up and ghost me, but not my couples.
Well, you know, and maybe maybe it's this time when people are not as willing to share because they're trying to hold that thing and you know how it is out here. People see and then they want to be talking about, oh, y'all just think y'all so happy, and then you know how folks is. You know how messy folks is. That's
I
how
get it.
That's how
well, I'm gonna tell you what. When I get me one, y'all gonna all know. You gonna know the love story. You gonna know the whole story. Everything.
Wait. I don't know now. I don't know. Cause look here, cause they might be like, wait a minute, you got friends?
Well, I can answer that because it's a guy in Chicago Bar and Grill always telling me, you know, you always somewhere, which I get sick of people saying that. Where else do I need to be? I don't have no children. But anyway, then he said, you know, you're always taking the pictures with me and whatever. First of all, none of your business. Second of all, none of your business. Third of all, you don't even know who these people are. But lastly, why are you? That's not what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. My other thing about that is, I told him, he said, I just couldn't take it. I just wouldn't be able to take it. I said, well, that's why you're not my man. Because anybody that's gonna be with me has to be secure, mature, mature, I don't know another word, and not jealous, and confident in themselves. Because if you are confident in yourself, that leads us right into this topic of why I gotta let go of my opposite sex friends to be with you. And what is the big deal about men and women being friends? You know?
Well, and can I say this? Can I say this? And anybody that may be watching, if y'all, I want y'all to blow these comments up. Please do. Please blow these comments up. Please put your look. Can I do it? Please put your worthless 2 cents in the comments. Please do. We are open. We are so open. This is a topic.
Bring it on.
Look, cause she ready. Boy, look, the queen is she ready.
I'm
She
ready.
done, she done rolled it out.
So can
Well,
I
look,
start off? Let me just start. When you finish advertising, that people can give they 2 cents.
yeah, y'all, please leave your comments, leave your thoughts on this. I know that this is a subject for a lot. Personally, I have dealt with it. Like I said, I've dealt with it. I've been on both sides of the fence. So, I mean, I ain't got no shame in my game about it. But I know a lot of people deal with it. A lot of people have things, and when they're talking about, why men can't be friends with women, and I do agree. Bless you,
Excuse me,
bless you.
sorry. Hmm.
I do agree to an extent that it is about being knowing who you are. Okay, knowing who you are. Secondly, just mine. I'm gonna throw this out there. Being on both sides of the fence, I don't. I have friends that I've had. Lord, 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 for Lord that long. We was reading the tablets together. Um, we read the tablets together. But here's the thing: is that everybody doesn't have those kind. See, some people masquerade as friends, and when I say that is that you have to be able to have respect for the person that's in the relationship. This is how I feel about it. You have to be able to have respect. I've been on both sides. I've been on the disrespect side. I've been on the respect side. Learning is growth is learning. For me, I would say that a true friend, a true friend, when you become involved in a relationship, a true friend gives your relationship space to be what it's gonna be. They now you got some of them folks that will just bombard. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, they will just bombard. They want to act like they still like the other person don't exist. That's when there has to be a line that's drawn to say, hey, I do have a partner. I look. Uh, Secondly, is when it is about respect. One, I think that both it has to be respect, and it also takes, from in my opinion, what's wrong with introducing that person? Say, hey, this is this person. Been on both sides of that fence too. Um, and it does go back to, for me, what you just said. It goes back to being, having confidence, having respect, not being insecure and thinking like, oh, well, they gonna try to look. Let me tell you something. This is why I feel. If that person was gonna try to take that person, they would have had that person before you got that person. That's just my
Now, see, that's my saying. But Donnie, can you do me a favor? Because you going into the technical stuff. We want to get into the nitty gritty. Okay, we want to get into the nitty gritty. All that you saying is I get it, but that ain't where we going. We gonna go. We have to be truthful, transparent, and open. Some of y'all are just silly. Now, what I'll start with, since you said it, since you started, I wanted, because I actually was mentioning to my coworker earlier. She said something, and I was gonna say this. So yes, absolutely, you need, if you get into a relation, if you realize after 2 dates that you like this person and you're gonna go on a third date, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna address the men because y'all scared. Y'all are so scared to tell your woman, which makes it our fault too. But anyway, after the second date, going into your third date, that means you like that person somewhere, and this thing might go somewhere, right?
Mhm.
That is when you let your girlfriend know, or the future potential girlfriend know, hey, I want you to meet someone who is my friend. My been friends with her forever. She was there for me when I got my divorce. And my divorce was tough, and she was the only one there for me. When everybody turned their backs on me, she was there. So she's going to be my friend. Right. And at the third date, that is the early time to know she may not be for you.
Right.
He may not be for you. And I'm not saying kick your relationship to the curb because because I'm your friend. But I do think that me, and I am talking about me, and other people, y'all can't show up 6 months down the line and all of a sudden you come up with some woman that you saying is your homegirl. Where was she all these 6 months? Yeah, I get that. She ain't been here for 6 months. We've been together. We did all kind of things. We done traveled, been all over the place. Now all of a sudden you tell me you got a bestie? That's a female. Yes, I have an issue with that. But if you let her know or let him know early on in the relationship and you introduce them
Right.
and say, hey, this is my homegirl and she's really special to me and you're special to me and I want you in my life. But I want to know this is someone that's in my life, like my sister, my cousin. She my friend. She my homegirl.
Right.
And yes, even to make that person feel a little bit more comfortable, you can say, hey, she was by my side during a time that was very hard or very rough for me. And she was there for me as a platonic friend. I have never been with this woman. She's never done anything but be a friend. And on another note, if you were an ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend, I hear a lot of people say no. It's a podcast I listen to called the Undressing Room Podcast with Eva the Diva. They think you can't, they don't allow their people to be friends with someone they used to date. My best friends, best platonic friends are people that I have dated in the past.
Well, I
And
mean, now, uh, do you not think that with the other person that causes issue? Do you not think the other person going like, wait a minute, now why you still, because if you were in the world, if you were ever connected with someone and having feelings with someone, then somebody else comes along. Now they gonna feel some type of way. Like, now
I
why?
understand that. So
Why
then
you so
you're
jealous?
not the one. So you're not the one for me. Period. Period. And this is
Well,
me.
I mean,
And I'm gonna
but
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you. Let me finish with that.
okay,
Tell you why I say that. Because I was once in love or in real deep like with this person,
right,
and that we were friends. There was something that connected us before, but we realized that the relationship just would not work. We didn't break up mad. We didn't break up angry. We broke up. Hey, this ain't working out for us. But I think you're great and you're awesome. You're my friend. I have yeah. So to me, that's insecure in my opinion, because again, some of the people that I met, like I said, I dated, they're my best friends. And I think it's disgusting to think anything else of them except being my friend, to be honest with you. And one of them tells me, he'll call me and say, hey, I got this girl I want you to meet because you know me better than anybody. Like, we
right,
cool like that. There's nothing going on between us. And I feel that if you meet someone and you tell them again at the beginning, not later on down the line, at the beginning, I want you to meet. I want, because if you're friends like that, I don't mean just some fly by night. We just hang out free. That we don't see each other that often. I think it should be if it's someone that you're close to. So
right,
in my situations, these 1, 2, 3 people are very close to me.
right,
And the one that hits me hardest, Donnie, is the one that I said I was next to him during his divorce.
right.
I mean, like a whole world of people turned on him. And I was there defend. I mean, people, you talk about nosy people. People calling me. Now, these people, I ain't heard from these people ever. How they even got my number. So when I look at the phone, I tell people, I look at the phone, I can see drama. You
Right.
calling me to ask me about this man business. But you know what I did? He needs your prayers. He don't need nothing else. He needs your prayers.
Right.
Don't be asking me, well, what? He needs your prayers. He's going through something. He needs your prayers. Is what I did. And then I was there calling, checking, listening. But now you get someone who is, I mean, I know I might be kind of cute. I understand that. I get that. I understand. But as you said, if I wanted that person,
Right.
you wouldn't have them. Let's start
Right. And that's and that's the key with, and that's what I think about the whole thing
there. Mm-hmm.
is that one, what you said, there has to be the thing that people don't have. I've been guilty. I can't say, I ain't gonna sit here and act like
Guilty of what?
I've been guilty of the same thing. I've had my friends. I've tried both. I've tried to in relationships bring it together. And hey, this is this person, or this is I want you to talk to this person, meet this. But some of them had some relationship, boy, that meant with some resistance. Like, why you want me to talk to them for? But what that my understanding now is a little bit different because what a lot of that goes back to is how and what happened in somebody's past. There's
Mm-hmm.
something that happened to them. See, again, a lot of the stuff we deal with ain't got nothing to do with the other folks. A lot of the things, the what you talk about, why you gotta be, that ain't got nothing to do with them. Cause that other person don't know nothing about you. So they ain't got no reason to hate you. Well, I got some people that, I told you, there's some people that But but that's okay. That's okay. They don't. And a lot of that stuff comes from the information. Remember, it's the information that the person that we know provided to them because they don't know nothing.
Wait a minute, I'm confused now. Where you going? I'm lost.
Sometimes what happens, sometimes what happens is if you run across a person that's with somebody else now, and that other
Mhm.
person just don't like you, they look at you up and down, they looking you side your head. They don't know you. The
Oh
only
yeah.
way the only way they know you is whatever information that was given by the person that knows you. The inside information. Whether that was, oh, they so kind, oh, they so sweet, oh, they was always there. Sometimes we maybe divulge too much stuff to a person and that turns them because they like, wait a minute, you sure talking about them a lot. You
I
you
get that. I
and
can.
and now that person is defending. Now they like, wait a minute, hold up. What this person has done in the middle is now put these two people in competition with each other and was never a competition.
And
Yeah,
it depends on what kind of person it is. And I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest with you, the people that I have dated,
Hmm.
they're not like that. And I'm not talking about the guy that I lost the friendship with because we were just friends. But
Right,
there's a person that's very important to me in my life, and we are seriously best friends. When I was going through my transition with changing jobs, he was there for me, and I don't
right,
ask him. He was there to help, and then nobody in the world, he was there to help. But what I was going to say to that, he's not the type to do the messiness. I
right,
don't really deal with people like that too much. As far as my real close friends,
right,
he wouldn't do that. But what I'll say is, what it did for me as a girlfriend or whoever I was, when we would go somewhere, and man, he dated some beautiful women. I've never thought I was beautiful or gorgeous or
right,
anything like that. These women were beautiful, and I hate to say this because it sounds because we have we're beautiful, but these people they were mixed with Asian and black, so they were like super gorgeous and beautiful hair. And when he introduced me, and it was two different ones at two different times, he introduced me to them. And for me, that is so important because
right,
it made me feel like, wow, he must think I'm as pretty as them. He thinks I'm as important as them because he introduced me. So I don't have a reason to be
right.
jealous or insecure. That's what it showed me versus someone else that I dated. He didn't want me to meet anybody. Anybody that showed up, you don't need to know them. You don't need to know them. You don't need to know them. Well, why? Now I'm like, well, why? What's going? If I don't need to meet them, well, what's going on?
Why they here?
I want to. I think it did something for me with the self esteem and everything that he
Right,
introduced me to these girls as his girl, and I'm thinking when I saw them, I was intimidated immediately. I wasn't mad, but I was like, oh my god, they're so pretty. And then of course it goes through your mind, damn, he probably looking at me like, ooh, I left her. But no, he immediately said, hey, I want you to meet my girl Trina. This is
right,
da da da. This is so and so. And we went on about our married business. I ain't asked no questions later. It was done.
and
And
that.
yes, I am probably a different breed. I have to see something, literally see something for me. And I'm not an idiot. I'm not naive because I know it happens that
Right,
sometimes people who say they're friends are not are doing more than that. I know that. But I gotta trust the person I'm with first of all, because
right.
that is what a relationship is built on. It is built on trust. But trust and belief on ladies, we got intuition. We know how to check stuff. We the best private investigators ever. So if you want to know something, you can check the story out. You can figure out how to find it out. So you don't have to just be hating on me. Oh, did I say me? Hating on people because they friends with somebody,
And you're right. I mean, and here's the thing: is I can get that when somebody is open enough to, and I don't know, these days, Lord, I don't know what the world is these days, because you take some folks. I couldn't because my family ain't like that. But you got some folks be taking around your family and they friends be lying just with them. They be like, oh, but them ain't friends. Those are not the ones. I don't believe anybody. For me, that's just me personally.
Mhm.
If you were, and this may be a little bit off, but if somebody's condoning you in your wrong, whatever your wrongness is, they ain't your friend. They ain't your friend. They're not. If you, well, they gonna hide and they know that you lying and this, that, and come on. That I don't think that that person has your best interest at heart. That's just me, and I don't need nobody around me like that. My friends. Oh, I've got my girlfriends, and I say girlfriends because they're girls, they're friends. That's Lord, we get that girlfriend. Anyway, that I've got friends that are my accountability partners.
Exactly.
And when I say that, is I ain't finna go to them with no BS. If I'm wrong, they ain't gonna sit up and be like, well, no.
Yeah.
And what we don't have is friends who hold us accountable. That's the thing I'm saying. I don't care if it's I don't have a problem. Man, look here.
But the question to you is, if you get a woman or a wife, girlfriend, those friends who mean a lot to you. This is the topic. This is the topic. It's not about and I get it. I have male, female friends, but that's the whole point. You got these friends that's locked in there, your accountability partners. You get a girlfriend who says you gotta drop them, you can't talk to them no more. What do you do?
I don't went there. I was like, Lord, oh Jesus. I experienced.
What do you do?
I was like, but let me tell you what I did.
Okay.
Is as I did. My friends and I separated, but the thing is that my friends, because they were my friends, we had a conversation and they respected what and the reason. That's the difference. Is that they were like, hey, you know what? If your conversation or us being tight like that is interfering with your relationship, then you know what? No, let's just do this. Let's just take a step back from this, because what a true friend will say is that your happiness is more important than our little thing that we got. And you have a conversation.
Don't say little thing, because little things sound like it's not a little thing. Okay, I'm gonna just say, I'm sorry to cut you out, but a friendship is not a little thing.
No. I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying when I say that our friendship, because what won't happen, and I don't know why people think this. That you about crazy if you think this. If you think by telling somebody don't talk to them, let me tell you what that do.
Push them into hiding and talking behind your back.
For real.
Now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That part right there is what people miss. Is when you trying to tell somebody what don't. Now what you're doing is trying to say you're trying to control something. And what do people do when you try to control something? They push back against it. No, you gonna tell me then all that stuff. I've been knowing them for 120,000 years. They was here when you wasn't here. They'll be here when you gone. All of that stuff which didn't even have to, because there shouldn't be. And the other thing, here's my thing oh Lord, here go mine. So you got me running my mouth. You about to get me hot up in here. Here's my thing that people need to understand. Just because them your friends, that don't make them my friends. I don't, just because, yes, it's okay for us to know each other, be acquaintance, okay? But them your friends. I don't know why people say, well, we got to have friends. No, we don't. You got your likes. They might like tennis or something. Y'all go play. I don't like tennis. Go play tennis with them or ping pong. I'm not finna do it. But some people like, well, that no. People, we come together because what we do is we offer each other something that another person can't. That's
and if you say that, we going into too much of the friendship off the topic, because let me say that may be the insecure, the where the insecurity comes in of that girlfriend, wife, whatever, that she can give him something. So I get all that's just so many parts that I get, because let me back up to you respond to something you said. You said that your friends, y'all had a conversation that your relationship was having issues, so you needed to let them go. Y'all need to separate. Okay, that says something to me, because he didn't have no conversation with me about it. Maybe if he would have had a conversation with me, he did make a comment but he was confronting me in a negative way and
Right.
said, "You're making my life a living hell," or something like that. He said, "First of all, I'll never see y'all. So what are you talking about?" Anyway, so I will receive what you said on that. Had he had a conversation with me, I would have still been upset
Right.
because I don't think you throw friendships away. But I would have respected that had he had a
Right. It would have gave you. It have gave you a way
private
to
conversation with
understand.
me to say, "Hey, my girl she just don't." Now, mind you, I would have told him too. I don't like this. I think it sucks. I think that you're throwing away our friendship. When I need somebody now, who do I go to? Who do I go to now? Because you were the person that I was friends with, but because you got her and she's an insecure person, I would have had to say my piece. But then I said, "But okay, I want you to be happy." Because he asked me that, just what you said. He says, "You're my friend, so don't you want me to be happy?" And I do, but it's not fair. And I know, don't tell me life ain't fair. But my friend got married, and I didn't even get to go to the wedding. My
Well,
friends
well,
got
see,
married. Someone who I want to be happy. I mean, me and my mom have fixed this man up with other women. So I don't want him. And
well, I
again,
mean,
I got
there's this there.
if I did, I'd have had him. I'm just saying. But
Right, and you know, and I get it because, and the thing is, I can get it on personal with you because again, your connection and how you connect because you give it. I understand you,
Mhm,
and I understand where you come from, but as a whole, it's everybody has to respect the thing is that B word boundaries. Okay,
okay.
how far, and the bigger is I'm a big I love relationship. I love marriage. I think it's the most wonderful thing. But it's
Mhm,
respecting the confines of that. It is for people to be able to respect that and know like, hey, you know what? These are two people coming together and what I have to do, we have to do as true friends is respect it. Yeah, yeah, I ain't gonna say it don't suck, yeah. Trust me. Look, in this old boy's life, let me tell you what I done had, okay? They ain't on here, they ain't gonna hear about
because
this.
I was
But
wondering when you gonna tell some part of your story. Because I can tell all kinds of stories. I can tell all
yeah,
kinds of,
well, in this
but
boy's life,
I'm an open book. So
I'm gonna tell you what I done had. I done got a phone call years ago. I got a phone call from a husband. Look here, you don't need to be talking to my wife no more. And me, we was friends. We
Mm,
had been look from itty bitty. Now look here, we
wow.
we you don't need. And I was like, hey, um,
Wow.
I understand. I respect that. I
Oh,
would have had a little bit. It was shocking,
mm-hmm.
but I would have had a little bit more and more understanding if it
She
would
would
have.
have told you.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm, yeah.
because now it's like I could have gotten to know him. Now I've had that too. I had that too. I've had friends, female friends, okay, and we were friends for a long time. They get with their friend, they men become like this. They don't. Then the females don't even like me no more because they think that
Cause you cool with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm finna tell all the secrets now. He
Right.
my boy now. I'm finna tell everything.
It was
But
funny.
it's not like that. But and on the other side, I've had relationships with people, females, my female that have had male friends.
Mm.
Okay, see, okay, because what am I going? Am I going to get mad and stop something because you? Okay,
Or
all I say is
or it's
respect.
like what you said earlier, talking about it during the courtship.
Yeah,
Hey, and when I'm married, we were 18, 19 when we got together. And we both had that conversation that hey, I got male friends and female friends, more male friends, because I get along with me. You've learned my personality. So you
yeah,
know how I am and I guess my personality gets along with men. Understand they're not petty, they don't have these grudges and keep them forever. Only one like that, but he's a whole narcissist guy, so whatever. But for the most part, my male friends understand me. I can pick up that. And on that note, as I'm going along with this, I love having a male friend also because you can call a male and tell him what a man and tell him what's going on. Like sometimes I may call you and be like, Donnie, let me tell you what this man did. What you think?
Right.
And you can tell me from a male point of view that is why but think about this. Does that girl that you with, does she not have any male friends?
Yeah, undercover.
Because we
It's
end up
true.
having to go undercover, because that's another thing. These women out here will be like, well, you can't talk to her. You can't talk to her because da. But you know what that does? Now, because when I realize that that's what's going on, and I say, okay, shut it down, you're still calling me. Still calling me. I got friends like this. Like, you're still calling me hiding. Well, don't. One of them, and a good friend of mine, he actually used to be on the talk show with me. On the talk show, we had great numbers. She didn't want him to be on the show with me anymore. He still calls me. She don't know it, and you got to call me before 5. Well, I just don't call you because I don't do that. Go ahead.
She know now.
I'm sure she doesn't watch my show because she doesn't like me, but for no reason at all. She don't even know me.
Now. Hey, that was the Diva. That wasn't the country boy. Don't come looking for I ain't say nothing.
This is speak on it. This is unapologetically true. I tell you this year, y'all don't like me. They don't like me one way. They don't like me the other way. I might as well just be me and say what I want to say. Hey. So the thing, and the truth is the truth is the truth. If I was lying, then it would be a problem, but I ain't lying.
It all goes to one thing, Queen. It all goes to this. Is just about the one word is having respect. For me, I don't really
give nice. You're so nice.
It's just about having respect. That don't mean like every daggum weekend. Because every weekend, you and your friend, him, I don't even care if it's a female friend, but every weekend y'all have some respect. And I don't. Yeah, you don't do your what they call brunchy, lunchy. Drink them mimo, whatever them things is. That's okay. Having some time with your friends or having conversation. I got people that call me and we talk, we chit chat. That's okay. With I had, I run my triple trapper. Been running my triple trapper for years. I was in a relationship where somebody would call. It wasn't like, I would go and sit in a different place because the TV would be on in here. This person is calling me. I'm not telling you can't come with me. I'm telling you where I'm at. It's too loud. I'm like, well, why you got to be leaving?
I'm that girl. I am that girl. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna give you that one. I'll be like, well, why you gotta go into another room to talk? Why I can't hear?
You can hear.
But I hear what you're saying, but at that moment, it's like, you don't went into a whole other room. Why you going to another room to talk? Now I'm that girl. Now why you whispering? I'm right. I don't mind you
that part right there.
You got to be whispering.
Yeah. See, and that part it's about for me. I run my mouth. That's me. Yeah. When people come or people want to talk, I'm gonna be open. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna shoot you like it is.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with whomever I'm with knowing these people. And one of the things I did wrong was I assumed that my personality was my personality. Like, look at here. This fella here talk to everybody. So I talk to everybody. So now why all of a sudden you gonna feel I shouldn't talk to nobody? Like that's what I do. I run my mouth.
And I understand, but you don't have to do it in another room.
Well,
you run your mouth right here on the couch with me.
And that I agree.
My sister just responded, no whispering in my house. No, what you whispering for? You were just talking loud a few minutes ago. So why are you whispering? See, those kinds of things I get but let's just say you mentioned you go out with your friends. These friends that I'm discussing, we don't like go hang out. We just see each other. Let's just say this, the main person I'm talking about, Weezatico. When he with his girls or whatever, he's been married before. Like I said, I was there when he got divorced. We've been together before. He knows my family, my mom, my sister. Right. He knows my kids. But my thing is, when we go out, you're not allowed to dance with no women no more. That's crazy. That is, and I understand you said about having. Now this just me. This is just my opinion. How can he be happy when he loves to dance and he loves people? Now you go somewhere and you're stifled to sitting in a seat until your girlfriend wants to dance. And on that note, my dance community, same thing. Girls be like, no, you can't dance with this person. You can't dance with that person. You can't dance with this person. But guess what happens? When you don't come, guess who we asking to dance? And but see, I'm going to say no. Because I'm going to say no, because that's where the respect comes from me. Because if you don't do it with her here,
Right.
don't
Right.
do
And
it with me. I'd rather you dance me with her here than she not here. No, that part, I'm strong on that.
and
You
I,
keep the
I
same
agree.
energy you had when she was here.
Yes, keep that same energy, and
Yeah.
I agree with that totally.
Mhm.
And again, like I said, that goes to the same thing. It's the respect. It's the respect. It's what you're doing if you're doing it out of respect, and you should know the person. And again, it goes back that you should be able to know this person. Can this person handle the fact that I have?
Right.
I have friends that I talk to people. A lot of people can't, and that again has to do with their own insecurities about things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we in the relationship have to understand that these people are insecure about some things. If we want to be in a relationship, okay, you know what? It makes them feel more insecure. They're more insecure when they think I'm going or I'm talking to my female friends. Well, guess what? That's what I talked about. Well, hey, you want to come with us? Let me include you in some things that we're doing. Now, I know some people just be like,
I
you
would
just
be fine with that.
well, there's some of them people be like, oh, you just trying to make me come around because you just trying to because that goes to some things that didn't happen to them. That goes to somebody that did something to them that hurt them in a certain way. But we have to be willing to try to if again, if this is a relationship that you want to build and grow, then we have to be willing to see and see their insecurities and hey, let me make you feel secure. Let me show you ain't nothing going on here. Let me whatever it takes. You want to come out with us. You want to hear. If
Right.
that means Lord, let me put this phone on speaker so you can hear them talking. Because
I ain't going that far.
well,
But
but I'm just saying,
I get what you said. I totally get that.
sometimes we have to because you have to understand the other person, and that's about opening and two people being open. um and understanding and being transparent. Hey, these are things that bother me. This bothers me. This right here,
Mm.
you going out bothers me, or you having a conversation.
Yes.
And then, but not because but eliminates everything I just said. However,
Mm-hmm.
when you say that it bothers me that you friends with Jesse, all right. So it bothers you that I'm friends with Jesse. Me and Jesse been friends a long time.
Now, Jesse
Okay.
a man or Jesse a woman? Because I'm
Well,
lost
we
now.
we gonna unisex that. We ain't.
Well,
We
we
gonna.
can't unisex it because
All right. We
we're
gonna
talking
Jesse.
about men and male and
Okay,
female relationships.
Jesse the woman. Jesse the woman. Jesse the woman. Okay.
Okay, Jesse is a woman.
So
Okay.
Jesse's been my friend for all these years, but you have me having a conversation, me being around Jesse or talking to Jesse makes you feel some type of way. All right, I get that. Now I have to ask you, why does it make you feel that way? What is it about it? Now, here's where the problem happens. Folks don't want to answer that part. They
Then
don't want to say nothing. They don't want. They'll shut up there because I just do. I just don't like her because I.
right. So tell me as a man, and don't give me all the instructions and all that extra. I want to know if you try to have that conversation.
Hmm.
Hey, Trina's my friend. Now, mind you, we don't go out. No, me, Trina and me don't go out. Trina
Right.
and whoever the man is, we don't go out or nothing. We just see each other when we see each other out, and you're with her. I'm by myself or whatever I'm doing. What do you say when she says, I don't want you to be friends with her because I just don't like her? What would be your response as a man? And be honest, Donnie.
Me, I'm be like, what don't you like about it?
Okay. And when she says nothing, I just don't like her. Now what? You gonna still dump your friend
I'm gonna do.
because
I'm
she
gonna do.
got a
I'm gonna
weird
look. I'm gonna do just like this.
issue? See, that's where my problem comes from.
Because that what do you say? I just don't now because what
Here's
you
the
have just done is closed it because now you're not being Well, I just don't. What
You
don't
can even
you?
say, I don't feel comfortable. If they were going out, I would say, well, I don't really feel comfortable with y'all going out at night together. I could hear that. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I could take that. I would remove that. Okay.
Yes,
I want to respect the relationship. I get that.
yes.
But for you to tell me you don't want me to talk, have a conversation with this person, you can't dance with her. You can't be on her talk show with her. What the hell? Why would you
But
even want to be with somebody like? Why would
but
you want to be with somebody like that?
but again, maybe they don't require the answers to why. Maybe it's you. It's tough because now you have to figure out. So this person don't want to know why or what it is or what. I just see something in them. Well, tell me because if what one if it's about the relationship. So do you feel like this person? I'm going all up in here. So do you feel like they're a threat to the relationship? Well, no. Well, then so that ain't the reason. We
And
just took
that's
it.
where we ended that with a period, Donnie.
But
Because
I'm saying, but then
your
you
girl,
have to
if your
ask.
girl don't have a reason to dislike this person, there is an issue with the person you are with. And
Right.
I will die on this mountain with that statement. That
I
is
agree.
ridiculous
There is
for you to even allow your girlfriend to treat me bad, being that
well,
we're friends. That right there kills it for me
well,
too.
again, that goes back to the other thing. That
What?
goes back to what I said originally. How can a stranger feel any kind of way about somebody
They
that they
do,
don't
Donnie.
know?
That's naive of you. I'm so sorry. I love you to
Really?
death. But I'm gonna tell you why that's naive. Because there are people that don't like people for no reason. No one had to give them any reason not to like somebody.
I ain't
Yes.
said nobody.
And
Well, yes, I did.
I got people I don't like. I don't treat them bad, but I don't like them people. Some people I just have a vibe. I don't like. I just don't like them.
Well,
But it wouldn't. But if it's someone that's with my friend,
right.
my friend that's found someone that he loves and he really likes, whether I like the woman or not, I almost called that woman something else. But if I like that woman or not, if he's in love with her, he's happy with her, man, I'm on board. In my mind, I don't like her because she don't look right. But I'm not gonna let him know that. We cool. And I'm
Right.
gonna speak to her or whatever. But so I just want to make that clear that I don't want to say that just because he says, well, I used to date her or I used to like her or whatever. That's still a problem to me because if just because he said, well, yeah, back then I used to kind of like her, but I'm with you now, baby.
Right.
I'm with you. I take you they are everywhere together. Everywhere. So we know y'all together. You done got married. What is the problem? That's crazy.
Well, hey, I don't look. I know. Well, I had to take that thing back. I said, there's one or two folks don't like, and I don't know why they don't like me. I told you we had the conversation. I don't
They
know.
don't like people with these wonderful personalities. You
I
know that.
don't know why they don't like me. I know some fellas don't
Why?
like me, and I'll be like, why y'all don't? I ain't did nothing to
I
y'all.
had a guy friend of mine many years ago. He's dead now, but he told me that one time because I was friends with this chick, and we were hanging and having a good time. And that goes back to why I don't really do too many women. And y'all don't get mad at me because my mama mad at me when I said, but I don't do too many women. But this particular person, I did open up and allow her into my life, into my circle, my small mustard seed of a circle. And we was hanging, having a good time. Used to be a club called Divas. We was all up in Divas. Every time them doors open, we was all up in Divas. And one day, I'll never forget this, and I tell everybody the story. She said, well, go on at the club, stay in the club. We don't tell nobody what you do. First of all, she went out and told Red all my business. She told that, and I'm sure she told some extra that wasn't even there. But my point to that is, I don't know what my point is because I be forgetting. But she was someone who made me not want to deal with she's not the only one, but she was one of the reasons why, because people do things like that. I don't know, but even with the guy with the talk show, me and you are friends, right?
Right.
It would really hurt my feelings, and that's why I have to pray about you. I have to pray about you, Donnie. I have to pray to God when I do my prayer in the morning, because I don't know if y'all out there know. Let me tell you what's on my vision board and my goal for the year, that I cannot touch my cell phone in the morning until I pray.
Right.
So that means if I ain't prayed before I take my drive to work, I'm not allowed to touch myself. I mean, touch it, take it, but I can't look at my cell phone except to turn off my alarm. Actually, hit snooze a few times, but turn off my alarm until I get to work. And if I still ain't did my prayer before I get in the building, I gotta get in my classroom, my room, sit down, and then I do my prayer before I can touch the phone. And I've done great at it. But now that I'll be praying about you because you have been such a great friend to me, a very good friend to me who we have never met in person.
Right.
We have met on this platform. We got a whole talk show together, and we ain't never met. My daughter said, you know, so my thing is, but I trust you. You and I have talked about so much.
Yeah.
We have uplifted each other. We have encouraged each other. We have talked about relationships, non-relationships, people coming in my house, opening up my refrigerator without permission, so they can't ever come back again. We done talked about a lot.
Right.
So it would hurt me. It would break my heart for you to get with a woman that says you can never talk to her again.
Well, see, I will say this, and this is, it may be one of my downfalls is that if people know me, my friends know me, I value, I truly, truly, truly value my friendships. I don't take them lightly at all. I really don't.
And that's why it hurts so bad.
And yeah, I mean, and it does. You know,
if you didn't care, it wouldn't hurt that someone says you can't be friends with him anymore. You can't be friends with him anymore. You can't dance with him anymore. You can't do this anymore. It wouldn't hurt if I didn't care and I didn't have a heart. But I care and I take friendship.
Oh yeah, 100% serious. You know, and that's me. And that's why I know at this point in my life it is about, hey, look, these are my people. Like for real, these are my people. Like you might well, you know, I know people be laughing and they be like that. Oh, well, that's my sister. Look, let me tell you something. I know some people that my sister, they may not have come from my mom and my daddy, but let me tell you something. My sisters, and I fight for them like I fight for my blood, my sister. Look. But I ride or die for you. Like, look, I'm there. Look. I put on.
So ride or die for me. But let me just say how I'm weird. My family thinks I'm weird too. So let me just say this. So I don't offend nobody in this world. But I got one sister. I'm sorry. I don't do the sister. I see, oh, my sissy this and my. I don't have none of them. I got a sister. But mine, she mine. That's all I got. But we cool. We can be besties, all that. But I don't have no sister. I got one. So don't. And it'd be funny to me because I see people on Facebook. I say, "Oh, my sissy this and my." I say, "Child, I don't want y'all to be my sister. I got, I got one of them already." But I remember now when I was talking about the girl. The point to that was, when you were saying what people think about. People talk about people don't like you, and this guy told me back when that girl, and that's what made me think about that girl. He told, and so she stopped being friends with me and just told all my business. And I was telling this guy friend that I had that used to be around us a lot. And I was telling him, like, why would she do that to me? Like, why? And he says, you know, and she actually was typically someone I would never hang around with, to be honest with you. She was someone that wouldn't even be, I mean, I'd say hi in the club. Hey, what's up? Right. I might dance, have a good time. But when I hit that door, I don't even know you no more. You're not a factor. You don't matter to me. And that sounds really mean, y'all. But that's truly, you know, how it was. But she ended up being someone that I thought was cool. She was nice. She had even started talking about going back to school. So I remember thinking in my head, man, I'm making an impact. I'm making an impression on her that she's talking about going back to school, blah, blah, blah. So we was good. The guy, so when she did all of it, I was telling her, I said, why would she do that to me? Like when I roll, she roll. I go pick her up every time I go somewhere. If I get in free, she get in free. Like it was all of that. Then he said, let me tell you something. He said, I looked at y'all and I wondered why you were hanging out with her because she didn't look like, you know, your thing. And so I told him, you know, I didn't want to be judgmental. And I opened up and I thought she was cool, whatever. He says, but she was jealous. And I said, what you mean jealous? I mean, I don't have no more than she had. He said, people are jealous of your personality, Trina. People. And I said, how is somebody jealous of who I am? This is just me. I'm not fake. I'm not putting on. This is just Trina. He said, exactly. When you walk in a room, people coming at you, they gravitate towards you. They want to be around you or in your presence or back then. But people, you have this bright sunshiny, happy, fun personality, and people love it. And there are people who stand back and they hate on it and they don't like it. And I thought he was crazy as hell. But I was in my early 30s then. And as I grew and matured, I saw that for myself. I saw it for myself, but I saw it in others. So I'm saying that to say to you, that is it. I mean, hell, I don't like you because you be able to get on TikTok and dance out in the streets, and I can't do that yet. I'm scared to do it. So
Come on, girl.
I'm hating on you for that. Look, the closest I got was my little video. My video got a bunch of views. The what I did when I was dancing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some more. But so I'm saying that to you to know that it is a such thing of you just being maybe not a good person, but you're a fun person. You are confident in yourself. You're amazing. And so people are like, look at him. What he doing? Look at him. Girl, he over here making money off of his TikToks. That's what he doing. All these reels. He might get your hair fixed with this money he making off the reels he doing. So get that wig split. You ever heard somebody say wig, get your wig split?
Get your wig split.
What that mean to you? What does that mean?
Bust your head to the white meat.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I text my family or something. I was saying, I'm going to get my wig split. That means get my hair fixed.
Oh,
and what I thought. So my daughter was like, what's going on? And then my sister was like, what? I was like, I'm going to get my hair fixed. They said, oh, you know, that don't mean that. That means you're going to have a fight.
Yep. That means you're going to get your head busted to the white meat. That's what that means.
Tell me. So I'm still saying I'm going to get my wig split. So,
oh, my Lord.
Back to our topic. So, you know, I really heard you. You made some very good points. So I received those things. And I'm not going to completely think about it differently because I still think that I can't be with someone that's insecure because I know a lot of people. Male.
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
Because I'm just gonna correct you on that a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe you can't be with someone who's insecure in that area. Because we all got some.
Oh, you mean okay? Well, yeah. And I guess what I'm saying, so you're right. So what I'm saying, I need you to be a confident man. I need you to be confident in yourself. So right. We go somewhere. There was someone that I hung out with for a split second until he came and looked at my refrigerator. He was very secure and very confident in himself to where we even had a conversation about, when I go out, you have my undivided attention just because I'm talking to someone else. And I was like, exactly, me too. And so we was like, oh yeah, we good. Because he go out, he talk to people, I talk to people, we come, but they're hanging out together.
Right.
And that was wonderful for me. Because it is tough, I'm sure, on a man for their woman to be talking. But in my mind, your woman going home, you came there with her, she can't leave. If she rode with you, she can't, what's she going to do, call the Uber? Well, you don't have to worry about me calling Uber because I'm scared of Uber, so you got to take
that's that thing. What you just said is I don't know. I can't explain mine. Mine is this. You can go, I'll sit at the house. I'll be just, maybe that's me. Maybe I done spent too much time with me and I like me and I'm okay with me. And you know what? If you want to go, you can hit the club. If that's your thing, hit it. I ain't going. I wish you the best, okay? Because
but I'm saying with her guy, you're talking about with her guy friends. Because I'm not talking about going out with your guy friends.
I mean, look here.
Everybody, I want to be clear. Let me be clear. I don't mean cut you off, Donna, but I say this. Let me be really, really clear. I am not talking about these homeboys and homegirls going to the club. And I mean, if you at the club, they at the club, that's one thing. But y'all getting in the same car, rolling out to the club, that ain't happening. That ain't what I'm talking about. That ain't my gig.
Well, in that case, sometimes it's even when the women with the women, that's them homegirl. I mean, I just say the same thing. Here's what I say.
They ain't sleeping together. Well, I mean, they could, but I'm talking about. But you know what I'm talking about? Because our topic is men and women being able to be platonic friends. And I'm saying, I don't want people to think that I'm so naive to where I don't think things happen. They do. But that's why I'm saying, no, I don't want my man in a car with another woman going somewhere. I don't want that. But,
but it requires this.
Okay.
Okay. Here's
one more time, Donnie.
What? If I say what?
You say respect one more time.
It is. But here's what it requires. It's not about the outside person respecting the relationship. It's about the inside person. My friends, if my friends gonna act how if I know how my friends act, it's not about me even going out with them. It's not about them say, "Hey, you gonna come?" If I'm in a relationship and they say, "Hey, you want to come? We finna go." It's about me respecting relationship first and saying, "Hey, boo, this is what they want to do. You want to come with us?"
Right.
It's the one that part is,
But our topic is about them asking you and not asking her because they don't like her. I mean,
but that's
them
but
asking you,
that's the buffer. The buffer should be, hold up. If my boo can't go, I ain't invited.
I said that backwards. It's not about them either because they trying to be friends with her. It's
Right.
about your boo acting. We talking about the boos. Who we talking about? We ain't talking about the friends because I'm a friend and I
Right.
like my friends. So we ain't talking about me. We ain't talking about the boos. We talk. Well, no, we all talk. We
We talk
not
about
talking
the
about
boo.
the
Okay.
boos.
We
We
don't
talking
talk
about
about
the friend.
the okay.
So the boo is gonna say no because I don't like her, and that goes back to your saying why you don't like her. I
Right.
don't know. I just don't like her.
Well, and then that's when the buffer, which is the person in the middle, because
Mhm.
the person in the middle, if I'm the person in the middle, then my thing is I have to buffer this. Let me find a way to buffer this. What is it? Is it maybe if you take some time to get to know her. What I really would like, here's mine, and this sounds crazy as I'll get out. Well, that's who I am. I'm a conduit, okay? My conduit is this. Is if let me, because I like, you know, nice happiness. That's just me. All right, this don't like this don't like this, but we don't know why. Can we just put these two together and see if there's, let me step back. See, because a lot of times the tension is the person in the middle. If this
You
making any
keep
sense.
saying that, but I don't believe that. I
I
don't.
want to be able to say, hey, why don't y'all to like go to brunch? Or look, even worse, me, yeah,
Why would I go to lunch if she don't brunch with her? She ain't like me.
wait a minute, she said nope. Somebody said nope.
Exactly.
All right, then I'm gonna surprise. Look, I'm gonna surprise everybody. I'm gonna have one of them brunches, and I'll be like, "Oh, well, meet me here," and them have meet me here. Then y'all gonna have to sit there with each other. Yep, that's
Okay.
how. That
Let me ask you this thing, because see, you keep skirting around these questions like a politician. So let me just be straight up with you.
yes,
Okay, let
ma'am.
me try another one. But I tried a few with you tonight, Donnie, and you doing really
I'm good.
well by skirting
I'm
around the
good at it.
topic.
I'm good. I'm good at it.
So you have a friend, you've been really good friends with this person. They were
Yes,
with you during a difficult time in your life.
yes, yes,
You get a girlfriend. She
yes,
decides she don't want y'all to be friends.
yes,
Now, after you find out she don't have no reason not to like her, we got
yes.
that part. We got all that down. You can discuss that. You discuss trying to put them together, which I don't understand why you try to put them together when you see that. Oh, and let me back up. When I hit my finger up, you know what that means? Do not say y'all, cause I ain't did nothing to her, so it ain't y'all. It's them. I tell my family that all the time. Don't say y'all, cause it ain't y'all. Y'all didn't do nothing. That one did it. It ain't y'all. So anyway, it is not my responsibility, and I'm not gonna ever accept the responsibility
Well,
to
I
make
mean,
somebody like me.
no, and I get that. I get
So
that.
you
And
is
and I was actually talking to a friend of mine today
mhm,
about the very thing because um we've been friends for a long time, and
mhm.
this is there was an incident that happened with I mean, we were friends. I'm talking about our friends. Not I'm gonna say and it was very difficult because like wow, because I'm looking at the person that I'm with going like, one, I felt bad. Here's why I felt bad because I take a lot of things personally. Don't you know me?
But I
That's
didn't
a,
understand what you're saying. You kind of started in the middle of
what I
that.
was saying was I was talking to my friend today, and my friend and my ex had, my ex was like, ooh, this, and had
Mm.
all these
Oh, said
thoughts
things about you.
that were not true, and thought there
Hmm.
was something.
Hmm.
Yes, my friend stepped back and like, wow.
Yeah.
My thing with my ex was like, wow, don't you know me? Like you were with me. Don't what part of me don't you know? Why would you think that I would disrespect you in any manner? Why would you think that I would introduce you or have you know or be open with you about somebody? Why
Exactly.
don't you? And my thing is, to me, what did I do that you
It
didn't
makes
know
you
me?
think. Right, right, right. I get that.
So it wasn't about either. Now I'm having to go like, what did I do? What
Hmm.
could I have done differently? Because this should never have been. I'm not
Hmm.
saying y'all, I was just playing with the. I'm not saying that y'all got to be,
Trying to send us to
best
lunch to
bud.
go fight.
I mean,
Trying
I
to have them
would.
out here fighting.
I have camera going like, ooh, look at them. There they go right there. Wait,
I don't know, have us have us all up in grooves somewhere fighting.
pan, pan the plate. Oh,
Child, Donnie, they down here fighting.
I,
They throwing pancakes and waffles everywhere. Or how you
but
say everywhere, everywhere.
everywhere. But it was again, it was like wow, because what has happened on these two parts for me, I can't speak for nobody else. It was a rip. It was a rip because it did. It was
In the
like
relationship, because you're talking
both,
about it
both.
was a
It
rip
was
in the
a rip
relationship and
because now I'm having to abandon a friendship.
a friendship.
Now I'm having to go like, okay, I don't even understand why I had to
Right,
abandon a friendship. What
right.
did I
There goes Donnie. There you go. That's what I'm asking you. That
what
is
did
right
I
there.
do wrong? What is it that I could have done to prevent this rip? Because it shouldn't have been. Again, I ain't saying y'all got to be best friends, but this person never disrespected you. This
Hmm.
person wasn't calling at 2 in the morning talking about, hey, this person wasn't knocking on the door doing none of that. What was it?
Wasn't even calling your house.
Right. What could I have done to prevent this? And and that's a problem. Now it's again, even with the relationship, because now I don't know about nobody else. I ain't gonna lie because you look at that person differently now. Secondly, now honestly, you go like, okay, what you hide? What you gotta hide that you gotta be that jealous of who I'm talking to? Because you know me.
They don't,
No,
and
but
that's
I'm
where
just saying, for me, it was like, so what
right.
what what you really got going on? Because
But what is it that you didn't notice when you got with this woman to not know that she had this issue or
right,
she was insecure? And
right,
again, you can and when I say somebody's insecure, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about our little insecurities. Oh, my body is not like I
right,
want it. We're talking of real life here. We're talking insecure because some man or woman knew your opposite sex. But in your case, in anybody's case, in that early part of your dating relationship, you should see. We don't always see the signs. I had a guest on one day. We talked about how we don't be seeing red flag. We be seeing whole stoplights that you should stop, don't pass go.
yeah. I
Like the
got
man that
I,
came
I
and looked
got
at my
I got I got
refrigerator.
a few tickets.
Look, hear me? Like the man that came in my refrigerator. Once he looked at my refrigerator, that meant that's it. You will not pass go. That's it. Don't come in my house looking at nothing.
Right.
And it was just that why it was clean, but don't come in my house looking at my refrigerator.
But see, here's
Go sit down
if I
somewhere.
if I can say this,
Hmm.
here's where I am.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. I'm not that. I'm not gonna sit up here. I ain't got time. Look here. Y'all, I'm 57. Okay, I got a 3 year old. I'm trying to live till she get married. I ain't got time to be worried about who you. Look here. You gonna do what you gonna do. What you gonna do. Now, here's the thing. Am I gonna stick around and allow you? Because now it's on me. If that's how you gonna be, and you gonna and everything you gonna do for anybody in relationship, I'm gonna tell y'all this. If y'all trying to tell folks who not to talk to, if y'all trying to dictate how they act and this, that, and the other, all you're really doing it with telling and not having a conversation and being open about it, all you're doing is pushing them further away. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. What you're doing is building up a wall for them not to communicate with you. Everybody talks about this being open, but when you come and you just cut a person off, you don't hear from them and you don't listen to, hey, this is how I feel, or and they ask you, well, why do you feel that way, and you can't articulate why this hurts you or why this makes you feel that way, all you just did was put another brick on that wall. Now You wondering why they so cold or why they so distant. Well, heck, they can't come talk to you. So now, well, why they over there talking to them? Because guess what? You built up a wall. You built up this thing. When we can, the relationship should be about building together. If you're gonna build a wall, then build it around both of you, not just around yourself over here and then this and over there. If you're gonna build a wall, build them bricks together to keep others out. Together. I'm just saying, you build it together. You
To
know,
keep others out, though, where does that come
well,
from?
I'm just saying, if that's what it is, but you're building together. Like, look here, we finna keep little Johnny out. Look, ooh. But you having the community, you're talking to each other, saying, hey, you know what, Trina? Let me tell you, your friend Bessie over there. Let me tell you, Bessie kind of messy. I'm just letting you know. I don't know if you know Bessie, but let me tell you, I was listening to Bessie, and Bessie be now.
And I think that goes into a immature. We're talking
Well,
about people
no,
just being
I'm just
busy,
no,
like.
I'm just saying having a conversation with you.
Mm,
Hey Trina, we maybe Bessie acts a certain way around you, but let
yeah.
me tell you how Bessie is. Now,
Okay, that's gonna be on our show. That's gonna be called "My Experience Is Not Your Experience." I already had that down for us to talk about. Right now, we still talking about is it wrong? You just give me your answers. I'm gonna try because somebody did tell me
who
he is skirting around your questions.
said that?
Somebody texted me and said he is skirting.
Oh
He is not
Lord.
answering. He's not answering. He is not answering any of the questions. He is
Dude,
skirting
I
around.
think that is
He is skirting
wrong.
around the answers. So let me
Dude,
just ask you this again. We try another way.
all right.
Let me just ask the point blank questions. One, do you think men and women can be friends platonically?
Yes.
Okay. Do you are you've already given the answer, just tell me if I'm correct.
Okay.
If you're in a relationship and you had a friend,
Mm-hmm.
after you guys have the conversation about she doesn't feel comfortable with you being around her, you're going to handle it by going ahead talking to your friend and
Mm-hmm.
saying, let's just separate for a while.
Yes.
Now, just note, put a pin right there. Just note, if and when y'all break up, don't come trying to be my friend no more. I mean,
Wait a minute.
just saying, I'm done. No.
What?
No, because I'm not going to get involved in another friendship with you and create friendships and tell you my business again, and
No,
you let me high and dry.
I can understand that.
Now,
Well,
I do have a heart, though. I would probably listen. It would be a minute, but I say that, but I probably still would some different. But I wouldn't be telling y'all my business. We wouldn't be
right.
that. We wouldn't be that cool anymore because I can't trust you now. You have betrayed my
And that's
trust.
that is that I dealt with that because even in my relationship with going through that
Mhm.
is that those friendships have had that sever. And it's there is we're friends, but there is a gap in between it. It is not what it was. Because of that. Yes, the other person that went on did a whoop, wow, but yeah, that's why it's when I say that people don't understand that person in the middle is the one.
Oh, I think we do understand the difficulty of the person in the middle. Just like being married and you have the mother-in-law that don't get along with the daughter-in-law, the man in the middle, in my experience, I knew that was the hardest thing for my husband in the world to have to be the middle person between the two people he loved the most. But guess what? He didn't tell one of them they had to go away, which is why we probably not together right now. But he didn't tell either one of us
Right,
go kick rocks.
right.
You guys tell people that they but please y'all hear this. I'm not saying that if this person is interfering in your relationship,
Right.
like doing mean things, bringing other women around, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if this person, Trina, ain't did nothing to you or your girlfriend to do anything like that, she just sees you out. Even the person that did the talk show with me, you said invite them to something you're having. I invited this guy's girlfriend that was doing the show with me because he was so good, Donnie. He was really good. We had lots of good numbers. He was very open, very honest. He got straight to the point, and he was good. I used to be on a radio show. I had him come do that with me one day. He was good. And I told him when he told me she didn't want him to really do the show with me, I said, well, invite her because we used to go to different restaurants and stuff and do it. So we went
Right.
to this restaurant. I said, invite her out today. She came and she was like this. Well, I don't need your energy here. But what I ended up doing, I dealt with it and I finally started asking her questions. I put her in the show and kind of tried to make her see, hey, I'm cool. I'm out. I know he off limits. We all doing this show together. And she actually was kind of nice to me. I think she probably said, okay, she cool. But then the next week it was back to that again. And the funny thing about that is, Donnie, how you and I talk about different things. He and I were the same way. He was telling me things that was going on in the relationship. I defended her a lot. Like, now you know what? You know he was wrong for that.
Well, see, there's it right there. And
not saying no, I'm saying she was wrong. I'm telling
you. No. I'm saying that there's probably the thing that happens right there.
What's that? You're not telling me what you're saying.
Sometimes with the friendships, when you start involved or telling people what's going on.
You know, we did this before they got together.
No. I'm just saying, like I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just saying, like, sometimes with people and situations, people assume. Say a lot of. I think in my case, I think that she assumed that my friends knew about what, and it wasn't. Like, I'm not like.
You had a crazy person, but go ahead. I'm sorry. That wasn't him. That was me. Said that.
I'm not. You know, that's not me. I'm not finna divulge what's going on. And no.
But just like me and you talk, though, we talk about things and relationships and what's going on. So I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think that and I feel you. I had someone else that I was very close to, and we weren't friends. We kind of went out a lot, but he had an issue. If I said, well, you know what? I mean, he would say something that I did wrong. Well, what I do is, because I have to check myself, because I know how I can be. So I may come to Donnie and be like, well, Donnie, you know what? I did this thing, and he said that was wrong. And you said, well, Trina, you were wrong. That really was wrong. The way you did that wasn't cool. Right. I probably should have gone back and said, well, I'll talk to somebody else. And they said I was wrong. So you was right. I'm thinking that's a cool thing to say that I'm letting him know my friend is on his side. But I found that no, this particular person they don't want to know what somebody else said. They felt that, well, why you gotta ask somebody what ask somebody you don't take what I say, which you're an idiot. So that's why I don't take what you say. But I'm just saying. But anyway. I'm gonna make them shut all my worthless truths. So they're gonna say, where you get her from? He didn't say it, y'all. I said it. These are my terms. These are my terminology.
Queen, I'm trying to get my two daughters and the queen married off, and boy, she just, oh Lord.
He been trying to get a child, whatever. It's you gotta be.
You done made me pull the hat off the head.
You gotta be a special person. You gotta be a special person. You gotta be able to handle all this personality and this. I don't mind. I don't. Right.
So what's your take? So you think that men and women can have these platonic relationships, and do you think that if your beau come along and be like, hey, we finna get married, and y'all gets married, and you gonna invite your friends to the, I'm gonna tell you, I truly.
Deuces.
Really?
Because I think you're gonna know that way before you get to the point of getting married. Again, that's the key, Donnie. You know these things. Like I said, that's 2 dates. You got 2 dates. By that third date, I let people know the first time we have a conversation. Hey, I got male and female friends. I don't have too many women friends. I got a lot of male friends. And I know a lot of people.
Right.
So you take them kind of to where you hang out at, see how they handle that situation. If they can't handle it, deuces, because I'm not going to be unhappy. I'm 53. Like you say, you 57. I'm 53. I've raised my children. I'm out here trying to have a good time, have a life. I want to get from happy to joy. I can't get from happy to joy if I have to deal with every time we go somewhere. You talk about, well, who was that? Why you talk to them that long?
Our friend Angie, what you say? What's that word?
Respect and boundaries.
I said it.
And it is. I'm not saying that it's not, but that's the same thing what I said. No, you can't go get in a car with somebody going somewhere. No.
We're not. What they going to the mall?
Well, you can't go to get in the car and go with no opposite sex person going nowhere. I mean, unless I'm there with you. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not being naive, but those would be my boundaries. You're not. I agree with you. It takes 2 whole full complete, healthy minded individuals
Yes,
to
yes.
create a decent, healthy,
That
non-toxic relationship.
that
And
is it.
again, everybody's relationship is not the same. Just like when you said, I respect you. When you say, you know what, my boo, I like my friend, but my boo is who I like. That's who I love.
Right.
That's who I want to be with. So I'm gonna have to tell my friend, you know, you got to back up. I respect you for that. My opinion is by that third or fourth date or friendship, whatever, I'm gonna know I can't do that because I value my friends too much. Because all this time I've been by myself, who I've been calling on,
Right.
who I've been talking to, who been supporting me, who's been there for me. Why would I let go of this person that I've been knowing for umpteen years to deal with you that I just know for two? That's all I'm saying. Does that make sense?
No, I completely understand. I think that and I get it. I do. I get it. And like I said, I have experienced it, and that part is it's the toughest part to um you know let a friendship or to your hopes are when you go into a relationship with somebody, this is it. This is it, and we're gonna grow and we're gonna build and
You
then
know, after 4 days, if that's it, y'all be blind. Y'all don't be looking. I mean, and I didn't used to look either, but I look deep now. I look what's that judge that you say look deep before you leap? I mean,
yeah.
and that's how the man with the refrigerator.
I mean, but that's what, and
That's
you're
why
right,
he gone because I look deep before I leap.
and you're right because a lot of people are surface searching, and
What does
they're
that
looking
mean?
at this. They're just on the surface. They're not trying to go any deeper than this. They're just on the surface,
I
and
got me one.
they're not taking the time to get to know this and what this person's like, and and that's the messed up thing. That's the messed up thing. I if old boy would have took some time and set his old self down, I can't talk about set himself down, be like, ooh, wait a minute, hold on, that right, that if I
Yeah, we
when
had
the
that
cops
discussion, didn't
when the
we?
cops pulled me over for the fifth time, give me a ticket for running that red light because I ran off. I should have slowed down, but no, I all the flags and all of us have them, but you
Red
think
light.
like I know that
Blinking, blinking, blinking.
blinking, and then they had the people out there with the thing,
Looking
and
with the flag. No, go back. Go back. Don't go this way. Stop. Now, mind you, I'm sounding like this now because I've been through some things. So
look,
this is
hey,
all
Queen,
from experience.
I was
There you go.
trying.
I done drove straight through those. What's those little signs with the things say don't come through here? I done drove straight through them things. I just drove on through there. Took the chance. I have learned and I have grown
Yeah,
to a point to where I know what I want when
right,
it comes to. Now I don't know everything I want in life, but when it comes to a relationship, I know
right,
exactly what I'm looking for. And people may say that's too hard. I know exactly what I'm looking for, and I'd rather be by myself than deal with anything that I don't. I don't want to argue, and everybody has an argument, but I mean I don't want to do that every day. Every time we go somewhere because somebody say hi to me, I don't want to have an argument. That's not what I want to do in my life. I'm not doing that with my life. Period.
she said
So
no.
at the end of the no trespassing, but we getting close to time to end. But I do want to say this. You said something, so I'm allowed to say. You know, I'll be telling you I don't think I'm funny, but I'm gonna say it. But you said it today. If I wanted that person, those people, you
Yeah,
would not have them. Let's make it real clear. If that was what I wanted to do, don't want him.
right,
You got him, please. Two, telling your, and I can only speak from the woman's side from my experiences, telling your guy that you can't talk to this person, you can't dance with this person, you can't do this with this person, you can't do that. You know what they do? And they say it, man, just to keep her shut up, keep her quiet. Please, can you just don't call me after 5 or which I ain't calling you at all because I don't play those games. But I'm just saying that's what I've heard. That the things that I've heard that I just want to keep my mouth shut. So just when you see me in the club, I'm gonna say hi. We just keep it moving. But you're
yeah,
calling. We have hour-long conversations. So what you're pushing your dude to do is to hide behind you, to hide and sneak. So how do you think that looks when this girl know that she see you in public? They don't speak, so you thinking you done won because they don't speak in public, but they talk on the phone every day. That's what you push into. So have a conversation before you just say that you got to cut off a friendship, because you don't want them doing it behind your back, because then you're going to say they betrayed you.
Right.
Have a conversation like what Donnie said, a decent conversation to say, what can we do to make this work? Because this was my friend. I can hear you out and say what makes you uncomfortable, but you saying I just can't even speak to this woman, that is not acceptable.
Right.
That is not acceptable.
I totally agree with that 100%.
That is where I laugh and I'm joking about it a lot to make it fun. But at the end of the day, if my friend, who I've been friends with for years, who I truly love as my friend, had he had that conversation with me, I would have worked something out to where I could. And again, we didn't talk on the phone all the time like I do my other guy friends. We didn't talk because he wasn't a phone talker. Right. But when he needed me, that phone, whether it was 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 or 4, I was going to answer my phone. And of course, I don't have nobody, so I can answer my phone in the middle of the night. I would answer my phone to hear what you need. Donnie, when you text me or I text you, and what do we say to each other sometimes? Can you talk right now?
Right.
I got to talk. That's a friendship.
Yeah.
We don't want right now. We just friends that have the same goals in mind. We think a lot about certain things, and the things that we don't think about, we respect each other for those things. So what is it that makes people feel that men and women cannot be friends platonically?
And I think it's the gap. I think it's the gap. I think it's the other person, whether it's the man feeling like he is not living up to something, or they have to, that thing. Well, what is it they need in this other person that they don't have in me? And I'm in competition with one person. Mm-hmm. That's myself. I don't care who he is. He could be 6 foot. He could be built. I don't care. I'm not in competition with now fella over now gal. Look, at all. And too many of us think that there's a competition. Look, if a person is gonna leave, they're gonna leave. If they're going to do something, they're going to do. That's innately who they are. That I don't care what you are doing. Be the best. That's why why I always say, be the best you. Be the best you can be. Be as open and honest and as transparent as you can be. Be yourself. If that person
watch the signs. That's what you need to do. Watch the signs and conversate, like Donnie said. Have a conversation, right, Donnie?
That's it. And Angie's so right. So many people have these
trust issues.
And
it's understandable too.
How do you resolve trust issues?
Right.
Talk about it. You have to be open and you talk about it. Hey, these are the things that bother me. Baby, when you look, let me tell you something.
That person has to be open to share too.
Yes.
Like,
and you have to.
I had a relationship prior to this. I had 25 relationships prior, because people say that thing about you can't bring what you brought from the last relationship. That is so unrealistic to me. You know what I mean? You're gonna bring something, but I hope that person that I'm with can help me through it. They can help, because that's what I'm looking for. Somebody to be my partner, someone to care about me for me and who I am, somebody who, with these trust issues, they're gonna make me know. Like I told you with the guy that introduced me to his beautiful ex-girlfriends.
Yeah.
That did so much for me and my self-esteem, my trust issues, everything. It was like, wow, so yeah.
And that's it. I totally agree. And when I said it's about making understanding this person, we all coming with something. Yeah. But if you're trying to build and you're trying to grow with somebody, you understand that. Look, if you take a Coke and you pour it in a glass and then you pour it out, it's still gonna be some residue from that Coke left over. Okay, so we all. When you go from one and you've been in a relationship or whatever, I don't care if it was a relationship with your parents and something happened. There's some residue from your past that's left over. You are correct. It's that person that understands that, hey, you know what? You got residue.
And remember, you got residue too, though. I ain't the only one got residue.
That's right.
You got some residue.
We got this residue, and we have to be able to be open and honest and transparent and say, hey, you know what? We got some stuff. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to clean this stuff up together. We're going to do this together. And too many people, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. That's why this friend over here is there. And this friend understands the residue. This friend does not judge the residue. This friend don't put me down for the residue. But every time I try to share the residue with you, you got something to say about it. Or oh, you ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Well, you know what? No, to you it ain't nothing. But respect me enough to say, you know what? Let me hear.
Yeah.
Let me hear.
But I was my last words for that is if somebody do that to you, Donnie, you tell them so I can beat them up.
What time we ride?
I'm your ride or die. They cannot tell you that they don't want to hear you talking about your residue. You cannot take up broken glass. I like that. So let in as we close out, I do want to say something. So what you just said, yes, people are going to have issues or whatever, and of course, mental issues and all that's going on. But we also do have to realize if it's something we can't handle, and I don't care what nobody say, you know the issue someone's bringing into a relationship, and if it's too much, and sometimes it is literally too much, and you still be bringing them on with you. Sometimes you got to, just like friendships. There are some friendships, that was on my vision board, the ones I'm letting go. Sometimes you've gotta let them go and love them from afar. You was cool till you came in here and opened up my refrigerator.
You in that refrigerator. You in that refrigerator.
Open my refrigerator. You was good.
And you had
I want to let you. I let you take me on. Let's go and get this improv over with, so you can go about your business.
You don't know my refrigerator, that shit.
That was it. You're coming up by the house, opening up their stuff. What you opening up? What you trying to say about refrigerator? Sit down. What you say? Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. Go over that couch. That's where you're supposed to go. But Donnie, this has been a great topic. I think it's going to be a topic that is ongoing. I actually, because I have couples coming on this month, the couples that I have left, but I have some couples, but I have a panel of four people that this topic will be brought up to them as well, because I would love to hear what some couples outside of us say about talking about this thing. And it's just an ongoing topic. People are going to always disagree on it, but let me be truly transparent with you. I worked at the venue this weekend, and two of those people came to the venue this weekend.
Did you speak to
the person that got married? Well, when he came in, I ain't gonna say she pushed him out the way, but she pushed him out the way. She paid because he spoke. I saw him speak, but next thing I know, I looked down, look up, and he was over there, and she was there in front of my face paying. She gave me a real cool hello, cool, because I got to say hi because I'm working the doors. I got, hey, what's up? So you go 20 minutes later, the one that can't be on my talk show no more, him and his came through. They came in. And neither one of them I guess he might have spoke a little bit, but it was still different than the friendship that we had. So that's what really I'd already been thinking about this topic, but when that happened, I said, now you know what? We got to talk about this. This is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. We are all grown people. Yeah. You can, and I heard what's the person's name? Is it Angie B? What was the B? And the other lady, yes, there are boundaries, but you cannot tell me that I have to be mean and rude to people by not speaking to them. Because what is speaking? Hello, you back in the day, what that was the parents that it don't hurt you to speak. Right. You can speak. Allow the man to speak to somebody. Allow the woman to say hello, how you doing? They don't have to go hug them. They don't have to do none of that. If that makes you uncomfortable, I understand that. But don't make them be rude to someone who you know is their friend. You want your partner to be happy. And yes, they're happy with you. But they also had a life prior to you to where they had someone who stood in the gap while he looked for you. Right. So that's just my thoughts for the night, Donnie.
Wait a minute, Angie, who you calling me immature? I don't act like that.
Angie B, you got to be a mature, confident, secure person, and have a good non-toxic relationship.
That is it. What you just said. That's the pin in it. Each and every one of us has to be secure. We have to be secure, and that's the thing. Is be secure with who you are. If a person is with you, let me say this, and I'm gonna shut my old triple trapper. If a person is with you, If a person is with you, they're with you by choice. Hear this. They're with you by choice.
Mhm.
So you ain't got to be, if they with you, they're with you by choice. And guess what? If you with them, you with them by choice. So if they choice don't fit your choice, you can leave. You can choose to stay or you can choose to go. It's your choice.
And look for that when you date and don't get married and sign papers and get certificates and stuff. If
Thank you
you
for being
see
out.
the flag,
Ouch, queen.
huh?
Ouch.
I know,
That's my
I know,
toe. You
I
stepped
know.
on both
I
of them.
stepped dead on your toe, didn't I? I stepped on that little pinky toe with the corn on.
Ouch! You done hurt my toe now. Get off my toe. Get off
But
my
it's okay.
toe.
But you know why it's okay? Because it's growth.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time we let that go. As my vision board said, let go, move forward,
That's it.
keep it moving, keep it pushing. Because we both gonna be all right. We gonna be all right because we on here speaking on it. And
Speak
as
on
we
it. We
speaking
got
on it, we speaking on it. We getting healthy. We getting it off our chest
that's it.
unapologetically. So
That's it.
guys, this is gonna be it. I know Donnie got his little way to tell you about, so I'm gonna tell you my way of saying thank y'all for listening. I actually meant to in the middle of that remind y'all to please put questions and statements in the chat because we want to have some more interactive things. I think when we start coming on Saturdays in May, I think it'll be more conversation, but we wanted to be interactive. Ask the questions. Do what you did when you text me and said, "Hold Donnie to the fire."
Who
Oh,
said wait? Ah.
skipping around them questions. Thank y'all for listening. We really appreciate it. We hope we shed some light on a little bit of it. And ladies, let me just tell you, because I can't tell the men, I'm gonna tell you ladies this. Telling your man he can't be friends with somebody, oftentimes he's being dishonest with you by due to you. Because his friend is his friend. And in order to still be his friend, he just sneaks behind your back and talks to her and just don't let you know. Just saying. So you
And
got him one.
I say the same thing. You know, guys, if y'all out there trying to tell your woman, your lady, whatever, I don't know what you want to call her, your woman, your lady, your boo, whatever you want to call her, you might be calling the long distance after the night. But if you if you're trying to force somebody into doing something, forcing them not to talk to somebody, forcing them because you feel a certain kind of way, at least have the decency and respect to say, hey, why do you feel this way? Have a conversation with them. Be open to hear. Be open to hear why they feel how they do.
Yeah.
Respect them enough to be like, hey, baby, why you feel like this? You know, is it something I need to do differently? That's what it's about. That's about the growth. That's about maturity. You know, and understanding, yes. And look here, if your friend all up in your wax, tell them, look at here. I got some woman, I got me one now, and you gonna have to move around now. I can't be going out with you all the time. So you set them boundaries up, set them up, set them up. You know, and that's what it has to be.
I don't know who them people are. Donnie time. I don't have none of them.
And look at here. Yo.
He keep going back to that, so he must got some trauma.
Hey, your friends ain't gonna respect. Your friends ain't gonna respect your relationship.
Some friends.
You don't. I'm just saying, if you don't respect it, they not. Why should they?
Okay, you gonna make the show keep going because you're gonna make the show keep going on. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you say that, your friends are not going to respect your relationship. But if you make them, it's really not your friend.
No, I'm saying they don't care. I mean, because they your friend. And if they see you treat your mate any kind of way, what you think?
Right, but you don't think that girl needs to respect your friend?
Well, yeah.
That's kind of one-sided. I don't think that's fair at all. That we only worried about the boo. You need to respect.
I got to worry. Look, I got to worry about my boo.
You need to worry about your boo, but don't be saying you gonna fuss at me about not respecting your boo because I'm respecting your boo. You need to have the same energy with your boo. Boo, that's my friend. and we're gonna have to work this thing out.
Yeah, we gonna have to. Yeah, we gonna.
You're not gonna talk to my boo. You're not gonna be throwing your hand up in not my boo. You're not gonna be talking to my friend like that and throwing your hands in my friend's face. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna be rolling your eyes at my friend. You're not gonna be doing those things. So you gotta remember that. I understand you defending your woman, but this conversation was totally about the person like me that's out in the cold that hasn't done any of those messy things. I didn't do any of those things.
And boo, and he didn't. He didn't.
And he's not telling his boo. None of them are telling their boo. Look at here, this girl don't want me. She had the opportunity. She didn't want me.
Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you. Here go the problem. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna shut up. Here go the problem right now. You know what the problem is?
What is it?
You know what the problem is? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
Oh God.
Back then, they didn't want you.
I ain't never want to be none of that.
Back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot. They all on you.
Don't say that. She might be listening. Think that's a story. They don't want me. They don't want me. It ain't
everything.
But you know, Donnie, why you saying it? You the one getting all the DMs, the people coming in your inboxes and trying to send you. I ain't had not one person in my inbox.
Hey, look.
You the one. Why you should have been trying to throw that on me?
They can inbox, DM, text message.
Y'all, Donnie
they can drive by. They can do all that.
DMs. I don't get none. I think I must be. Donnie is really nice though, and so they see a chance to get with Donnie.
Wait a minute.
I already told them they can't come look at my refrigerator, so it's done. So they know I'm crazy.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, Angie, I hope you still on now. Look here, Angie B. I got a list of 51. I got a list of 51. So look here. I got a long list. I got 51. I got 51 check boxes on my list. So look here, I ain't worried about it. You can hop in the DM, you can hop in the APM, you can hop in the ATM, you can hop in all that.
That's what they look. That's what they want. They want to jump in your ATMs.
Yeah. No.
Y'all, thank y'all for listening. We really appreciate it. Next week, our show will be. Is it back on Monday? Or we back on Mondays next week?
We back on. I ain't got no date.
Donnie went to the Rockets game on me last night. But anyway, whatever. Monday, we're gonna be on it. We're gonna be talking about. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but the topic is what's love got to do with it. That's just gonna cover anything we decide. We're just gonna talk about stuff that have to do with what's love got to do with it. I don't know. We're gonna just talk. We're gonna be off the cuff like Donnie. Donnie likes it like that. So we're gonna be just talking off the cuff about stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Donnie lead next week's conversation.
What, man?
And so thank y'all. So tune in next week at 8 o'clock because I am taking myself out. Me and my girlfriend are taking ourselves out on a date for Valentine's Day. We're going to the Improv to see Ali Sadiq. So Monday, so Tuesday I'm not available. So Monday we will be discussing what's love. You ready, Donnie, for what's love got to do with it?
I'm ready. When's Valentine's Day?
Tuesday.
I'm going on a date Tuesday.
Okay. With you? With your baby girl?
No, just me. I'm about 9 o'clock.
Okay. That is okay.
I'm be in the bed asleep.
I pledged that New Year's Eve is this last New Year's Eve. Yeah. I pledged at the end of that night that was my last time working anywhere on a holiday. You know, I worked at the venue.
Right.
I was like, I've worked the last week because like, who am I gonna be with on New Year's Eve and what I'm gonna do anyway? So, but I decided this year, I said, you know what? I love me some me. I can buy my own ticket, go anywhere I want to, and get dressed up, be cute, and go out and enjoy my own self at the venue instead of working. I'm not working any more holidays. I'm done.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, I'll say this on the for real.
Yeah.
That we all have to take time for ourselves and enjoy ourselves, learn to love ourselves. A lot of this stuff that we talked about tonight, that's how it starts and that's how it stops.
Yeah.
We have to learn to love ourselves. How can anybody else love us and respect us if we don't do it for ourselves first? That's the beginning of it. You keep these things and your boo is no bigger than you. Okay, your boo is no bigger than you. Let that person. That person should not be in competition with you. That person should be. Y'all should compliment each other. Be a compliment to each other. That way, you ain't got to worry about them and turning on your friend and this, that, and the other. That's foolishness. That is too much foolishness. That's too Lord. That's too. Well, that's too much drama for me. That's
Way
woo.
too much drama.
Gee,
So I deuces.
oh, we got
Y'all go and live your little happy life.
it.
Um, mhm.
But
But it's
that's it for
very
me.
hurtful. It's very hurtful. It's a hurtful thing. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I have again. I honestly, I've been separated from some people just because of such. Um,
Did
had
they?
some.
Are they still your friends though?
Oh, they always gonna be my
Good.
friends.
Good.
But I'm just saying it. There was. It takes some healing.
Yeah.
It takes much longer to repair something that's broken than to keep it.
Hmm.
And yeah, it a lot of my friendships were broken and they were severed um,
Because of that situation.
because of that situation.
Hmm.
And for me, it was uncalled for. It's not something that I would do. Um, but hey, there's life. We live and we learn.
Yeah, and we're gonna end. I promise we're gonna end. That even makes me think about when I was married, and still we're best friends. But when there was a party, even if it was friends I didn't know, I was trying to get anybody concerned to him, his friends, all his friends, even if it's a friend I may not care about too much. And there are a few, and they're male, but girls, whoever was his friends, I wanted it to be his party.
Right.
Well, his party is about his friends, the people that he wants there, not me.
I
So,
see them. It's some.
yeah.
I seen some folks throw some parties for some folks, and they
Mm.
don't even know the people there because they didn't invite all their friends. How you
Yeah,
going?
I mean, I knew most of his friends. Don't get me wrong, but there are people that I'm just saying. I wanted, you have
Right.
these women that don't want them to be friends with people anymore. I want, in order for him to be happy.
Yeah.
What look like? And I see what you're saying. So she invited all her friends, and I get that. I didn't get that at first, but yeah, you gotta invite the man friends, the people that he's
Look,
friends with. It don't
hey,
matter who you friends with. It matters about who he's friends with.
I'm
And
sitting over
we
there
just,
like I'm sitting there like look, you be sitting there like this. I don't know these folks.
it doesn't matter about who you friends with. It matters about that, especially now as Donnie keeps throwing up, because again, I think he got some trauma with this. Yeah, if they were people that came into your relationship and was trying to cause trouble, yeah, that's different. Kick them to the curb.
Right.
But if they were people that ain't did nothing to you, invite them people to the man's birthday party
Amen.
or whatever, your anniversary, whatever. And yes, you asked me a question that I never did answer. Could an ex come to my wedding? Absolutely. I'm getting married to someone else, and you're my friend. My friend Kevin, we are best friends. And again, I told you that's who I was saying that in this in my valley that I've been in,
Right.
he has been the person that have given me some help financially to keep me above water. He's my friend. There's nothing like
Right.
nothing. We don't see each other all the time. He had a whole girlfriend at one time, but he's just my friend. So yes, if I got married, he'd want to be there to share in my joy. So yes, he would definitely be invited because he'd bring a gift. No, I'm just joking, but he would definitely bring a gift. But so I'm just saying that to say, in that area of the world of life, I'm not insecure about that.
Right.
But y'all, we gone.
We finna look.
We over here 3 and I ain't had no. I'm tired.
I know she finna go. Look here, we finna get on up out of this thing. You done make me shut up. I done sit up in the chair now.
Y'all like Donnie overalls? Aren't they
Y'all,
nice?
hi,
Then he got a little tie on.
I had to dress up fancy tonight. Shoot, I had to get dignified. Y'all just don't know. Look here. Hey, I greatly appreciate y'all tuning in. I thank you so much for your support. The little diva and I, we really, 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 truly appreciate it. Y'all go check her out. Chat with Trina. She be doing her thing. She be having all them superstar folks over there. All them fancy folks. Wearing they be wearing bow tie, but they had them fancy shirts on. But no, y'all go support her. Go, YouTube. Tell them about your YouTube. I'm finna leave.
Go to youtube.com/chat with Trina. Make sure you subscribe because I only need 500 subscribers. And I don't understand. In the 3 years I've been on, I ain't got 500 subscribers. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. It don't hurt. You just touch it. You just touch it.
Push the button. Push the
Push
line.
the button.
Then push the
And
little
then push
bell
that
thing.
little bell.
I know.
Bing. And then you'll find out every time I upload a new video.
That's right.
Y'all got to figure out how to help me upload our speak on it because I don't know how to do
Yeah,
it.
well, we're gonna, but no, I thank y'all so very much. We thank y'all so very much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. Um, and you know how I'm gonna end this thing out. First, let me say this: if you have been given a vision, if you have been given a vision, it's yours. Don't worry about folks to tell you what you can't, what you this, that, and the other. You too this, you too that. If God has given it to you, that's your vision. You go forth, you press forth, and you press on. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. And guess what? If you ain't heard it from the morning to the evening to 10 o'clock here at night, if ain't nobody told you that they loves you, you Louisiana country boy and the little diva, look here, we love you. And we
We
love
definitely
you.
love you.
And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, y'all check your boy out. I'll be on tomorrow night. You gonna she gonna come hang out with the
Step
boy
in.
tomorrow night. I'm gonna have the D&D. I'm telling you, they out the chain. They out of Atlanta. I'm scared. Oh, but I'll be in Houston. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be in Houston. They're gonna be in Atlanta. D&D is gonna be at the table tomorrow night. A dynamic couple that's doing some wonderful stuff. They're inspirational. They're doing things with kids. They're gonna be on the show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I am just tickled. I don't know what color I'm gonna be tickled tomorrow, but I'm gonna be tickled some color tomorrow.
Purple. Because
Purple.
you can't
Hey,
turn red. You
I
can't
might,
turn pink. You're gonna be purple.
I might be purple tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go look and see. I might be purple tomorrow. But if y'all have an opportunity to tune in tomorrow night, y'all check D&D out. They're dynamic. I tell you, you will not be disappointed. And y'all check out the Queen. Y'all go check her out. And y'all will
I
not
won't
be
have a show
disappointed.
this week because
Oh, she won't have a show this week.
I'll probably come on my own though. I'll come and have some conversation with y'all.
You won't
But
have a
you know,
show this week. That's what happened when you're at the palace. You ain't got to have a
no, it's how it happens when people ghost you.
show. I would never ghost you, Queen. I'd never ghost you. I'm right here. Look, we out of here. Thank you so very much for tuning
Peace
in.
out, y'all. Have a
Peace
good
out.
week. Have a good week. Remember, don't touch them cell phones until you say your prayers in the morning. You talk, give a little, have a little talk. What? Have a little talk with you. That makes me sing that song right now. It just
Have a
came
little,
on. I don't remember how it go.
have a little talk with Jesus, and we'll tell him all about
All our
our
troubles.
and
I don't
he
remember.
will hear our cry, and he'll answer
Answer
by
by
and
and by.
hey,
My grandmother used to love that song. By and by, oh, when the morning comes, all the saints. I don't know that part.
oh, we forgot. Hold on, we can't leave.
Why?
It's your turn.
No, I said I'll let you know when it's my turn.
Okay.
We didn't sing a good gospel, motivational gospel song. We good. We gonna go. I'm going to bed. Donnie, I'm gonna say my own prayers, not on here.
All right, look. Hey, thank y'all so very much. Y'all, y'all check those country boy out tomorrow night. Woo! And if y'all get a chance to tune in Friday morning, 5 o'clock a.m., the Now Network, I will be popping on that thing,
Yes,
5
my
a.m.
co-host.
If y'all need some
Doing big
inspiration,
things.
just get onto the Now Network. I'm telling y'all, it ain't gonna be one of them old set down fellas that y'all. I ain't one of them. I ain't gonna see me. Yeah, but anyway, look, Friday morning, 5 a.m. Now Network, and tomorrow night, 8 p.m. right here. I'll be there. Look, we out of here, Queen. Love ya.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.